Hi guys, okay, so we've painted those bits red, a typical someone's outside mowing their lawn. We've painted those bits red, and we've also done the little rotor blade nozzle thing at the end red as well. So it's coming off as a bit of a brown, I think like a chestnut, isn't it, red? So we're going to leave that to dry. What we're going to move to next is, I'll just get this brushed out. Never leak your brush, kids. I do it all the time to get a point, but it's a bad thing, I've been told. Okay, so we're going to work on the scroll work. And let's just get that done. So I'm using for that bleach bone. And you'll notice I'm not airbrushing this because I can't be bothered to get it all set up, even though it's on my desk. It's just one of those things where I just can't be bothered. So today we're going to do a lot of hand painting. I say hand painting, let's rephrase that too. We're going to be using a brush. We're not literally going to be using our hands, because that would just be wrong. And plus we're not two anymore. I'm not saying when you were two you didn't create some fantastic pieces of art, but I just think nowadays I'm old enough, I can use a brush. I might as well go with it. Okay, so this is basically what we're looking at. A nice, simple, paint it up quickly. And we're going to be using a lot of washes to hide our sins and pick out our detail. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Let's see if I can stop painting the blooming model, hitting it with brushes. So just need to do the same on the other side. Now this would have been really easy had it not been stuck on insignias. It would have made our lives a lot easier. But you know, who cares? Let's see if we can conquer it. So yeah, I'm out to dinner tonight. We're going for a curry around a friend's house, which should be nice. Quite looking forward to that. I do like a nice curry every now and then. I've got to say, we've got a fantastic Chinese where we are. All you can eat for like £8. It's like a huge buffet. Absolutely fantastic. It's cheaper in London. I'm having all you can eat for £4 down there. But what can you do about it? Right. So we're nearly there. We're just going to get this one done. Then we're going to move on to white, which is going to be our next colour. I see Dark Sun Studios has started doing some studio vids which are really entertaining. It's nice to see who he paints with as well. I've also think that's quite cool. Where are we? So if you're listening, Lyndon, let's have more of them. And he's also doing like a 20 questions, so it's worth just going on and banging some questions out to him about 40k and painting and stuff like that. You know, now we don't have Beast of War anymore, which is a real shame, and I still don't know what happened there. Why did it get shut down? I'd like to find out. If anybody knows, let me know, because it's a real shame. It's a really great channel. You know, obviously some things you didn't agree with, but all in all, its channel, Beast of War channel, was absolutely brilliant in the early days. It gave you some really great feedback, and it talks about a lot of great, you know, product out there. So now you have to scour the net, looking for some new figs. There's one I noticed which I quite like, which is a Second World War sci-fi thing called Dust, I think it is. Now that looked really good. I did like the models in that, and I like the artwork for it. I may look into that at some point. But we're all waiting for Space Marine. That's the game we're all waiting for. See how that plays out. Okay, so look, there's our basics. We've done scroll patterns on the wings. We've just got to make sure we've got none underneath. No, we're safe for now. Now we're going to move on to skull white. And we're just going to shake up the paint in a bit, because obviously we want to get a nice clean brush onto that. So we're going to paint the missiles white, we're going to paint in white bits that need to be painted in basically. So let's have a look at that. And you'll notice I'm leaving the figures till last and the detail stuff till last because I just really want to get the main bulk of it out of the way. Okay, so I'm using Skull White that you can purchase from any GW store at any supplier or online. It's one of the most useful colours for blending in and mixing up shades, I find. Other people may disagree with me, but it is a universal colour which it's so cool to use. Okay, so we're just quickly painting these in, and I say quickly because obviously you can spend a lot of time doing detail work on this, but I think for our purposes we need to be doing it just needs to look battle ready basically. It just needs to look like it looks good on a table. Had we been doing this for like, well, had I been doing this for like a pure commission piece, and I'm doing this as a favour to a friend, then obviously would have taken a lot more time over it. But it's actually been sitting on my shelf for like 2 weeks now, maybe a bit longer. And I know Steve's been really busy, so he hasn't had a chance to paint anything up, so always nice to help out friends. Okay, so we'll get this on there. Now, I suppose really there's little Mechanicus symbols underneath the aircraft as well that we can do. They're normally white and black anyway. Let's just get this one done. And I think we should look into where we're going to put our white stripes. Now, normally we would mask it up and do it properly, but for these purposes today, we're just going to cheat it, and then we're going to chip it, and we're going to make it look knackered and banged up, as though it's been fighting heretics for some time in a huge battle and hasn't had a chance to get a respray job. So the servitors haven't got to it yet. Okay, so we've got, if we look here, we've got little tiny skulls here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick a side and we're going to go around like that. I notice I'm using a big brush on this. This is a large brush. I should really be using a smaller detail brush, but like I said, you get used to it after a while using it, and you can do some amazing things. Now I'm just going to paint one side of the skull white, one side of the skull white as well, because we're going to do black on that side and black around the other side. Okay, so we've got the Mechanicus symbols done. We've got a winch here. We need to put some gold around that, and we need to do some other bits and pieces on here. I don't think there's really any little Mechanicus symbols on there. Now we have to think about the white, so I'm going to look at the pad and the pictures in there. Now the way people have done it is a white stripe down the centre. Now this makes it really hard because if you notice, it's off basically. This little thing isn't centred, this bit here, so I think we're going to add a white stripe down the side of it, which is going to make this even more difficult because we've got the hurricane bolters just next to it, so it means it's going to be quite fiddly. So I may go off camera, but I'll just rant and things like that. Okay, so just going to add in a stripe. Oh, shake your hand there. As I said, not to worry because we're going to be doing some interesting stuff to these stripes to ruin them, make them look a bit more, make the whole thing look a bit more weathered. Right, I'm using this line here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the line underneath here. That's going to be my guide, and that's going to stop me from going over the edge. And I'm going to bring that line up to here. It may look messy, go with it. I know you're going to be sitting there saying, oh, that's disgusting, you should have lined that off first. I should have done, there's a whole load of things I should have done, but like I said, for this we're just going to cheat it, because I don't have to justify myself. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, so that's one side done. This is exciting. Okay, let's see if we can make a cleaner edge on that side. Boom, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, now we'll get these guns out of the way, and we're going to go up to the edge on here. So I'm having to paint a camera, it's really hard work. Oh, gone over a bit. We can clean that up, don't worry. So there's our line. There we go, up to there, fantastic. If I can clean that up, even better. Okay. And we just need to paint in there. La 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 la. Like so. And then we're going to spin that round, and we're just gonna, if I can get that in there, just gonna paint that there. Like so. Okay, so that's our white done. I'm not going to put any more white on it, because in the picture the red fins on the back are just red. And that's pretty much it. Now I've gone for a stripe on the outside instead of the inside, but it's because this is out of whack. I need to make it look like it's centered, like so. Okay, now we've got a bit of a wobbly edge there. Don't worry, because we're going to be doing stuff for that later. Okay, so I'm going to take a break, get a cup of coffee, and I've got to pop into town.